And one of the tyres from where he got caught in the sandwich, and we've fixed that, checked all the vital points, can't really see anything, so he's back out there. So now we've got another one coming in, and we're just about to do that now. So
he's got a
alrighty, as I watch it on TV, and the back wheel's just fallen off the car.
I tell you what, Team BOC, you're full of luck. What was it, Chinaman, Black Cat?
I really don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on here. So
Michael's got the line. Jonathan Webb goes with him and gives Jason Bright a tag. This could be ugly. Oh, it is ugly. That is a big incident. Ryan hard into the back of Jason Bright, and it's on fire.
Okay.
Needs to get. Tim Slade's done the fastest split to the first timing sector on this lap. They've actually all tightened up again as everybody's sort of found balance with their cars, played with the
one in the fence. There's one in the fence hard at the end, turn 8.
And Douglas is gone. There must be oil down there. There's stuff down there because they're spearing off everywhere. Taz Douglas has gone into the wall on the other side. Courtney was the first in, and somebody else has followed them heavily.
This is the turn.
It's Jason Bright. Big incident down here at turn 8.
Now, I think there's contact before the corner, Matt. Because, man...
Matty.
Yeah, the all-time winning record in the Australian Touring Car Championship belongs to Mark Skate. Bright, he can't get it in there. It's quite often an issue here at Adelaide. I saw Murrow Engel try to do it throughout some of the practice sessions yesterday. He just missed it completely. Restart time. Puts it in the hands of Shane Van Gisbergen in the acceleration zone. Look at them all spread out. They go in search of their own piece of real estate. They bump and grind and push and shove. And now they've got to come all back together again. Jason Bright over and over and up and into the wall. Oh.
That started with Slade down the inside.
Okay. I'm trying.
Back at the mountain, and it is a fiery end for car number 12. Andrew Jones was holding down a top 10 position. He'll need to get out of here quickly.
Yeah, he's looking for a marshal point. He needs to get out of that thing in a hurry. And I don't know where the nearest fire marshal might be, but the safety car will be deployed here. So this was a great run from Andrew to that point. Here they are. And he was in 10th position and pressuring Craig Baird in car 16. Great disappointment for Team BOC. Tough weekend.
He started.
The damage is already done before he got to McPhillamy, so he's whacked the wall up at Reed Park, and that's the aftermath, unfortunately, because Damien wasn't able to steer the car. That's
side of the circuit to the other.
Very strange attitude from the car in the mid-corner.
The mountain at Forest Elbow, in fact, it was triggered by this. Jason Richards and the Team BOC entry went straight into the wall. Now, a couple of cars went past, but then Jamie Whincup arrives right on cue, and big damage. And Craig Baird's entry. And this may explain why. Big crunch at the top of the wall.
9 can't take it because they have Luke Yorton hasn't taken the sufficient number of minimum laps yet. So there's the replay of what happened to Andy.
Mark Beretta. Now, the zinger replay of a bit of action that's gone on in this qualifying session. Jason Richards has turned the Team BOC.
Here we go.
Oh, he stopped. What on earth's happened there?
What has happened there?
He stopped on the front straight. And Scott Dixon's had nowhere to go but straight into him. And that wheel has been...
Dixon and also Andrew Jones. We've got the onboard vision here just to have a look. This is typifying the sort of stuff that was going on up there all weekend. Amazing.
He's made contact, apparently.
Oh,
hang on. Oh, dear.
He's driving the wrong way. So he's driving the reverse direction to the racetrack, to a corner that you can't see around, to Jason Bright. One of the images that we saw with everybody. I don't think there was a car in the field that had a left-hand mirror on it at the end.
The super slow-mo machine's got smoke coming off it this weekend, and this was the big incident that I mentioned before. Andrew Jones down at turn 2. He caught the curb on the inside there at the apex of turn 2, and you can see that it's fired him heavily into the wall on the outside. And Brad Jones said to me this morning it's the largest amount of damage he's ever had on one of his cars, and we'll detail more of this in a moment. But check out this slow-mo replay. Look at the rubble, look at the disaster that's unfolding here, and watch one of these tyres prop itself up on the top of the roof of this car and just sit there. The good news is that Andrew is okay, but that was a nasty incident. Did huge damage to that car. They've worked on it all night. They've replaced part of the subframe of the car. And, Scafie, that's the sort of thing that we don't like seeing here, and there's a big cost attached to that.
No doubt. Level of front grip and how important it is around here. We also heard James Courtney say the same thing, because even that fast chicane at the back, it's about 145 kilometres an hour, mid-corner speed there.
Impact from David Reynolds. I mean, he's lucky to stay... Oh, my goodness, he got air.
That is Dukes and Hazzard stuff, isn't it? And because Bright couldn't hold the car to the right because the left-hand front car.
Which is an enormous blow. Bang, that's where it goes. And from there on, oil everywhere.
For the amount of oil there is just unbelievable.
The amount of speed that he kept carrying, too. I mean,
if he continues on.
Here we go.
Against the tyre barrier. Zinger replay might tell more of the story now. Brad's already... Now, he was in a battle with one of the Valvoline cars at... don't know which one it was. Could have been Cam McConville. Might have been his nephew, Andrew Jones. Ends up in the dirt, out wide, and up against that tyre barrier. Fortunately, the tyres...
Of that, the race has been red flagged. Take a look at this impact.
Yeah, we just see the aftermath where John hits the wall very heavily on the outside. I heard the car go by. Our commentary... I'll get that answer for you. Is this it? Yes, it is. So I think Cam McConville must have got into the back of Bradley, and then that in turn triggered Steve Owen and Paul Dumbrell. Craig Lowndes has gone back into position 15. Zinger replay, watch this. Poof, whoo. That was very, very lucky.
Horrendous sight. The Zinger replay will show contact into the wall, and it flips the Team Cirame car upside down and rolling.
Check out the commitment in here from everybody at the moment.
Oh my God! That is
Nine, so he's got a bit of form. Here's the replay. It's a popular spot down there at turn 3. Same deal. Jason Bright finds the wall. He's able to continue for at least a few hundred metres before he realises he can't steer or stop the car.
That was
nearly
close.
nailed the...
Down the inside, he's going to push him wide. Bright holds his ground. Slade goes a long way. Bright pushes him into the grass. Slade bounces back and punches the left-hand front wheel right off the front
Side of Frosty. And there's a little touch on the exit, and into the wall goes Jason Bright. Stars are going off on the gravel.
That's rolled.
It's rolled. There's obviously some rubbish on the road, and
It's Brad
Jones again.
Second race in a row, he's on his roof.
He'll be... this will be a frustration for...
Tyre on, fast again. But Jason Bargwanna has popped out of nowhere, and Jason Bright goes to the top of the time list with a 55.16 and immediately off the road, which will mean if it's the red flag, he will have that time taken from him.
He's got to get it out of there. Watch Jason Bright's car. He's forced to go wide, and Frosty makes sure of it, and then whack.
Mike Conley, I made the point earlier. He stood up. Oh, notice, my goodness, big roll.
Team BOC car number 12, Andrew Jones.
There's the leftovers.
My goodness, what's this? Replay.
That's what Steve Owen...
Oh, no, he's going to go firing through here in turn 1. You can't imagine how dangerous that is.
Gee, I tell you what, this is just sheer luck that that wasn't one of the worst accidents. We're talking about a car that's 2.5 times heavier than...
He said, trust me, something's broken. He makes it all the way down here as they're about to send him into pit lane, and he goes into the wall. Look at the damage that was from the initial impact.
In Kando. Once Bradley was out.
Mark Winterbottom has had 2 green boxes next to his name as a red flag came out, and this will show you what happened to Andy.
Jason Bright from Team BOC did very well to escape without serious damage after losing.
with the contact on the way out of here, so that's in the...
Zinger replay of Jason Richards and Tony Ricciardello at turn 13 onto the front straight. Oh, God, squeeze.
Tony Ricciardello